Bum, 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 bum. It's the hashtag Vegas podcast, not sponsored by the NFL. Right? I'd like to think we wouldn't be streaming out of our home offices if we were sponsored by the
Right.
NFL. So I can only assume.
Although there are a fair amount of Blazers on this channel.
There are indeed, so you never know. What's going on? It's Binion and Sharks Ace of Vegas here. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the hashtag Vegas podcast, the one we have bi-weekly when we can get around to it. So anyway, in the house here with my co-host Christina. Christina, say what's up.
What's up?
Representing Seeking Vegas Sunrise, and also shout outs to Roger Fab Dude, the anxious gamer himself. He is out today. I'm sure if he pops up, he'll probably just kind of pop in because he knows what we're about. So.
Exactly. We're pretty formal around here.
And yeah, so formal. And then we got A. Charles in the house. Who we got in the live chat over here? Looks like we got A. Charles over here. What's going on, Charles? How you doing, bud? We got our girl Tracy Ford coming through as always. Tracy's always up in here. Always love to see Tracy.
We have various Tracys in here.
We do indeed. We got Miss Macy. Yeah, Miss Mason over here too. We got our girl Eve in here. Oh, we got Vegas mom, Denise Zuckerman. There's my main man Ronnie C coming through. All right, we got John. Oh, we got a big J in here. Who's that girl in the house too? All right, we got our crew coming through. We got my boy Terry Meyer too. Sarah, I got a little something for you. All right, I'm gonna bring you a little something to Granny Fest next one. It's gonna be bigger than you think. You have no idea what it is. I'm gonna bring you something though. Got everybody in the house. Blair G, love it. Oh, Evan S in the house. I'll tell you why Evan S is my favorite? It's because my little brother's name is also Evan. So he's like the easiest person to remember, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. Oh, speaking of little brothers, Captain Deadpool. It's my boy Ronnie B. What's going on, man? All right. So what in space are we doing today?
Who knows? No, I'm just kidding.
Right? Brett's got some rewards. He's got some rewards to spend, so we better give him a show because he's paying reward points for this.
That's right. We are comparing the changes at Caesars and MGM.
Yeah, we got some big stuff going on right now. So if you guys didn't know, there's a war going on in Vegas. It's been going on ever since the mob got kicked out and Steve Wynn decided to revolutionize the whole place. Not a culture war. It's just corporate competition. Caesars and MGM, biggest companies on the strip right now. Two of the biggest employers in Nevada. What's MGM employ? Something like 54,000 people. Caesars is something like, 32,000, something ridiculous like that, right?
Sure.
Probably. That sounds like a thing. That sounds like a number, maybe. SD to Vegas. SD, we really should have like a Caesars versus Vegas video one of these days. Maybe.
We should do a poll.
We should do a poll, and we should, I've got like so many places we should put that in. But yeah, SD Vegas, there is a good question. I think there is a conversation around this, but there are a couple specific things that we wanted to do. Christina actually came up with the topics for today's. Mm-hmm. So top of the hour right now, Christina, which one should we do?
I feel like in honor of SD to Vegas, we should start with MGM.
Let's start with MGM. All right, SD to Vegas thinks that we have that MGM has the edge. Let's give him the home field advantage over here because it's football season. So get hype.
That's right.
Hype. Team MGM, let's go. So MGM Grand has decided that they're going to go ahead and do a remodel now. Yes, MGM Grand, the flagship hotel for actually, is MGM Grand their flagship hotel? I feel like that might be Bellagio. I feel like it might be Aria. I feel like it might be MGM Grand. It's the brand named one. Aria. It's in the Aria. The Aria area. We don't know.
Right.
But yeah. So anyway, yeah. So we already knew about New York. They were doing their actually, come to think of it, New York. They did a remodel too. They're in the middle of a remodel. They're just starting it up. I think. Is it this month or next month? They're starting it up.
I think they have already started.
I think they have started too.
I know some people were hoping to get these rooms for Granny Fest in October.
Right. At least to do a vlog or something like that. So yeah, and now they're doing the same thing at MGM Grand. I can pull up the article over here, but Christina is the one that discovered it. What kind of big stuff?
Well, it looks like they are redoing the tower rooms, which are everyone's favorite, beloved MGM. What? My Vegas Rewards rooms?
Oh God, yes. Oh yeah, the West Wing rooms.
Pretty fancy as they are.
Right. Okay. Can we put 60 seconds on the clock? I'm gonna say snarky things about the West. Let me pull up a picture of the West Wing rooms first. Wing rooms, MGM Grand, because I've done a review
twice, and we haven't stayed in those.
Well, yeah, because you didn't have did you not have your tetanus shot up to date? Is that why?
Just
hang
got
on. I got him over here. I got it over here. Okay. You want to count out 60 seconds for me? I will do slogans for the West Wing rooms over here. I'm gonna bring this up. These are what the West Wing rooms look like here at MGM. I say here at MGM Grand, like we're physically there today. Maybe we should have just done this from MGM Grand. I don't think it would have been any worse. There we go. Yeah, the oldest, dirtiest rooms at this is yeah, it's so okay. Here we go. You guys ready? This is the West Wing King. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. All right, say put 60 seconds on the clock. We are going to explain the West Wing rooms. You ready?
All right, hold on 1 second. I'm looking at the live clock.
Okay.
All right, go.
In case you wanted to take a cruise and stay in an interior room, but also can't afford it and want to be in the desert. So there's that. There's that one. The West Wing rooms, because your tetanus shot is probably up to date. West Wing rooms, because you're an MGM Sapphire member instead of a Bally's, whatever the lowest Caesars rank is. What else is another one? The West Wing rooms, so bad MGM won't even put it on the reservation website. The West Wing rooms, because the janitor's closet was too big for a guest.
Right.
And do I have one more? I think I might have one more. Okay, cool. The West Wing rooms, because you're not going to stay in there anyway, and it's going to take you forever to get back there. You're better off sleeping on the counter at the casino bar. All right, that's all I got. That's all
right. And we're just, let's see. And we're there.
Oh, there it is. Nice. Tino had a good one.
I was actually thinking that.
Phil Ruffin sleeps in those rooms.
He lives in those rooms.
The rooms that inspired Phil Ruffin to buy Circus because they were comfortable. There it is. That was the last one.
I was thinking that too, because who stays in their room in Vegas?
Right.
Because who needs space?
Right. The West Wing rooms, because your luggage needs a place to sleep. Oh, that would have been a great one.
What?
Right? No, go ahead. You got one.
The West Wing rooms. There's not even room to change your mind.
Yeah, there it is. That was a good one. All right. So obviously, judging by the reactions in the live chat, nobody likes these rooms here. Yeah, Thomas J. Yeah, MGM Grand within of itself is a pretty cool property. I 100% agree. It's too damn big, though. First off, it's too damn big. I love the casino. I love the pool. There's always like a table open or whatever. There's always some food to eat. It's too damn big. It doesn't need to be like.
That's what she said.
Field. Where's Roger? Where's Roger?
Did that for Roger.
Everybody. But yeah, let's chat about this thing. So yeah, Christina, go ahead and give us a nice little rundown of the article over here, because I know you got the article.
So basically, they're redoing the rooms, but honestly, it looks to me like they're still kind of ugly. Like I feel like the basic MGM room is better. Like it's actually pretty decent. Like this kind of standard, not West Wing. You know, your typical room that you stay in.
The Grand Tower, right?
Yeah, they're big. Yeah, they're nice.
That's the one I bat my eye.
Yeah.
I will bat my eyes to get a Grand Tower room so I don't have to stay in the West Wing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I do. It's so I waste my eye batting on that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so they're calling
going away
this
very soon because I'm not young anymore.
Yeah. They're calling this horribly outdated look a desert feel.
Oh my God! Look at this. Okay. Oh yeah.
I feel like they're trying to make it look like Resorts World, but failing.
Yeah, let me bring this up. I'll bring this up on the screen over here.
It
So
looks
I already showed it to you guys. But
sweater.
Oh my god! Right?
Right, that carpet. Like that sweater has a waistband.
I was gonna say, damn, that sweater got a call from Bill Cosby. No, I can't use him anymore. Hang on.
That's
Mr.
what they've
Rogers?
added to the room. Now Bill Cosby's in your room when you get there.
Oh god, no!
It's called an amenity.
It's not like we were gonna make money on the stream anyway. We don't know how to monetize these things.
Right. Like
Let's see what everyone else has.
Awful.
The couch. You know what this reminds me of? Hang on. Maison de Messia. Did you guys ever see that episode of Kitchen Nightmares where the lady really liked beige? And she had. Do you remember that one? It wasn't Kitchen Nightmares. It was Hotel Hell. But the lady really liked beige, and she had this just like tremendously awful hotel. Like she had this like Venetian plaster nonsense on the road. Look at that. Ooh. That's the room. That's the room. Look at look at that. Look at that. Tell me it's not the same idea.
It's not good. Mm-hmm. It's not good.
All right. Pat Ang in the house too. Pat, are you ready to stay at the new Studio Tower Suites at MGM Grand? I think Candy's willing to stay there. She's not about those double like tower suites anymore. She just wants this now. I'm 100% certain.
They're pretty bad.
They look pretty rough.
It'll be a retro desert feel using fresh pink and chartreuse green colors.
What is chartreuse? I don't.
It's a
which
really
one of these
gross
colors
green.
Is chartreuse?
None of these colors are chartreuse.
You know, Minnie Ace knew what chartreuse was when she was like 2, and she told me about it, and I didn't know what it meant. I just kind of nodded and smiled.
Green. Yeah.
All right. I want to see what this is. All right, so for all the dads in the chat, I'm not even going to say all the men. Chartreuse. How the hell do you spell that? That doesn't sound like a real word. Chartreuse.
CHARTREUSE.
It's even spelled gross.
We're bringing the content today.
Right. All day. This is what we're doing. Chartreuse.
You want to know what color chartreuse is?
That's ghastly.
It's the color of Malort.
Ah, there it is. Speaking of which. Kino, you got some alert for us to drink here?
Oh no. The bathrooms will have space-saving barn doors. Those are the worst because they never shut all the way.
Right? And then, you're going to have steam out there and it sets off the smoke alarm.
They have those in the worst room I've ever stayed in at Sahara. Where my bathroom was in 3 parts.
Was that that one? I was going to say, was that the weird porn one
that
I was gonna get trapped you guys stayed at? Or
yeah.
Who stayed in the porn one? Was that Cinnamon? I think that was Cinnamon.
We stayed in the comic book one with the mold.
Okay, that's right. Y'all always get the worst rooms. I don't know what it is. I think I've never gotten I don't think I've gotten a terrible room before. I've always been
usually able to get pretty decent rooms. Yeah. That room was not my favorite.
One of these days I'm gonna get an awful room. My luck's gonna run out. But again, I always bat my eyes. I always make sure I tip, that sort of thing there. Howdy, Gibbsy, what's going on?
So they said, with this remodel, we found innovative ways to enlarge spaces.
That means that they couldn't knock down any walls because they had 700 rooms. They didn't want to drop their room count, and they decided to paint it brighter so it looks bigger.
They threw a mirror up on the wall.
Right, they got what is it, Penn and Teller doing the interior design for this stuff now? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, is this the whole article?
Yeah, it's really short.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. That's cool. And they're calling them the new rooms. Studio Tower room. That just doesn't sound. That sounds like something you might toss a college kid in.
Yeah.
Like you might throw a college kid at this thing.
Oh, Kino nailed it.
It's a reimagining. Yes.
It's a reimagining.
We're pretending it has space. That's gotta be it. So I'm looking at this thing. I think we should open this up to the live chat because I want to know what they have to say about this. And I know y'all have been talking, but I don't want to scroll backwards. So what do you guys think? This compared to even the tower suite? Because the tower looks like an adult would stay there. Like that looks like someone with a job that pays taxes and has a mortgage or something like that would stay there, like an adult.
That looks like the Vidara light.
It's like it's fine. I think the Grand Tower's Grand Tower. It's fine. It's good stuff. I think it's fine. I like it.
I feel like the room. I don't even know what room type we stayed at MGM, but it was pretty decent.
Yeah, I think this one's. Oh, that's the 1 tower bedroom suite. Hold up.
We stayed in like normal.
All right, let's go back to the regular one because
Staywell is no.
Yeah, because that. Staywell was really disappointing. I got one at Mirage, and it was not what I wanted it to be. I always had these high hopes for it, and it was not. It was not good. It was not.
Oh, I think
it wasn't the worst thing, but.
Yeah, I think we stayed in this. That's not bad.
Yeah, this is fine. This looks also looks normal, like kind of a fun little studio apartment you might stay in, like when you're single or whatever, right?
It's funny though because those rooms have not been changed like since we started going to Vegas because that was the very first room we ever stayed in, and it looked exactly like that.
It was Luxor, then we hopped over to MGM Grand, and actually this was like my Vegas reward. I think this one in the Luxor room.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it does look exactly the same.
But it doesn't look outdated either.
It doesn't look outdated. It's pretty timeless. I think the minibar stuff is also exactly the same. Like the actual bottles in the minibar are exactly the same. Nice. They're the same bottles.
Free dust.
Right. We got Melba hanging out. Melba, what do you think? I know you're a New York girl, but what do you think of this new MGM Grand room over here? Y'all ready to make the change? You ready to switch over? But yeah, no, this looks.
I don't love it.
They have to do all of now. Now it looks off theme. It looks weird. It looks off theme. It looks like some weird like hotel. It looks like some weird motel in like South New Mexico or like East Arizona or something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't say Vegas.
Yeah, it doesn't look very Vegas-y. And the other thing is, why would they go with a desert theme when the MGM Grand isn't desert themed? No. It's Hollywood themed, vaguely.
No, I think they're probably doing that because Virgin is sort of a desert theme. Resorts World is sort of, it's almost those colors, but not done wrong.
Yeah, I mean, at least Resorts World's vaguely Asian, so that's a theme, at least. That's something. It's something cultural. Also,
I think a lot of the new rooms have these light colors.
Yeah, which is weird. And I don't know why they'd want to emulate Virgin, because last I checked, they weren't really doing a good job.
No.
All right. All right, let's go through some of these comments here too. Yeah, I'll let you. Yeah, go ahead and do your thing. I'll pull up some comments.
Yeah, I was gonna say the newer rooms are pretty like light and bright too. Actually, the Wynn and Encore, all the rooms are pretty bright.
Yeah, but those were good rooms beforehand, though.
I wonder if it's just because like a lot of those West Wing rooms don't really have like windows. Don't they have like super tiny windows usually?
It's like the interior of. Actually, do you want to take a tour of it?
Yes.
Let's take a tour of it right now. Let's go to the West Wing room. We're going to go straight to the West Wing room.
I'm scared.
Nah. Have no fear, Padawan. Have no fear. There was a virtual tour button. I wonder if they took that off. I used it for a video I was doing.
Oh.
And oh my gosh, I think they may have removed it because I used it in that video and it was awful. Just the comparison, but that's the whole. Actually, you don't even need the tour. That's the whole damn thing.
Yeah, because you just get that tiny window above the bed,
right?
So maybe it's because they felt like the rooms were kind of dark and dreary.
Well, they're
like, if we brighten it up, it'll look bigger.
Right. That's probably got to be.
But they chose a terrible, terrible color palette.
Right. Tracy hates the carpet. She thinks it's horrible. Pat, I asked him if he was ready to make the switch. He doesn't know. He just wants a clean room with no weird smells or roaches. My boy Hollywood, also fellow East Coaster, would rather stay at the Flamingo because at least the Flamingo has some historical significance.
And cockroaches.
Let's see. Melba doesn't like the massiveness of the property. Now, East Coast has a 70s vibe. I wish they would have gone full-fledged with it. Like, if you're going to do something kind of throwback in 70s like that, like, do the silly shag carpet and all that. Like, do something silly. Like, just leave the flat panel TV. That's fine. Mm-hmm. But, like, make it goofy. Make it a waterbed. Make it something stupid. Like, go all in with it. Like, if you take that room, it's because you know what you're getting into.
Like, I think it would have been better to just choose, like, basic neutral colors instead of that nasty pink.
All right. Blair
That's not
thinks
what
it has
you want to look at when you're already like drunk and nauseous.
Oh God, right? Yeah, the poor housekeepers. Old school Palm Springs feel. All right, that's fair. Lance prefers mid strip. That's usually where I stop with Wonder Woman and TV time. Aha. All right. It has a Golden Girls palette for Kano Kid over here, so it looks like an episode of the Golden Girls.
Nice.
Although I don't think I'd thank anyone for being a friend.
What?
I'm just saying, I wouldn't thank anyone for being a friend if they booked us a room at the West Wing or this new studio thing. I'm like, why do you hate me, bro? Why invite me to Vegas if you hate me, bro?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I would stay in a Golden Girls themed room, though.
That would be fun. West Wing is bad indeed. New Yorker in Vegas in the house. Let's see. It's like a Sahara window.
Yeah, at least it doesn't have a crowd above the bed. That's disturbing.
Right? Oh, let's see. Knock out the wall and make a bigger room. But then they'd have small. It'd be a smaller thing. I don't know. Oh, Awesome Adventures in the house. Yeah, the Grand West Wing, like that they're remaking. It's crazy. Let's see. Stayed in the West Wing once. Didn't completely hate it. Was okay for a comped room if you're literally just looking for a place to sleep. I believe that. Like, I guess if you just need to sleep, you don't want to like enjoy your room, it's fine. Jano, what's up, man? Save me some brisket, bro. What do you guys think of the new room, man? We got to show Jano the new room. Jano, this is the new room here.
What's a no for me? I feel like we're gonna have to give more of a list of the rooms we don't want when we check in at MGM than the ones we do.
Right at this point.
To check in and be like, here's $20. No West Wing.
Right.
No,
just don't put me over there.
No Staywell.
Right. How easy is it to find the West Wing in the Grand? I think it's a different elevator, isn't it?
I don't know. I've only stayed in like the very confusing bank of elevators that's like a star shape when you get off.
Oh yeah, the Grand. Yeah, because that takes you up the Grand Tower. I only stay in the Grand Tower either way too. So yeah, no, it's but God,
very
yeah,
hard to find your room drunk.
You can kind of see the door coming in. It's a solid metal door. It looks like the casino that we made on Sim Casino, like the metal one that we put in just because we needed to have a door. Yeah, it looks like a staff door. Like we made it awful, just so people don't.
It's like there's so many rooms in that place that like when they got to those, they were like, "Oh, we're tired of making rooms. Let's just throw some things up."
Right, exactly. Man. Oh, man. I wonder how much stuff the Hard Rock Memorabilia sold at. Oh, yeah. Kind of makes you wonder. Does this look like it's the worst room in Vegas, though? I feel like the Excalibur room's better than this because you at least get a window.
I feel like it has a decent color scheme, too, the new rooms at Excalibur.
Right.
They really don't seem bad. The Keno's just stayed in one.
Yeah. I mean, even
Luxor, I imagine they were watching with the sound off because it's Bears-Packers.
Oh, I'm sure. How are they doing, by the way? I do wonder. We have to do a sports betting episode one of these days since they're giving out so many free bets now.
They are doing well.
How do we know that's really big on sports betting?
Pennies.
Yeah, we could always drag Mark on. We can kidnap him. Yeah. We just can't drink whiskey. Liz gets mad when I do that. All right.
Oh, Mike just had a good point. I just saw this in Up in Our Ways video that they have a gold check-in room.
Oh.
That has like drinks and snacks and stuff.
Oh, so for like gold members and up, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. That's not too bad. What tower has dozen elevators to each floor? I gotta find that now, Melba. Might have to cut. Don't recall what tower we stayed in, but every time we came down, the elevator was somewhere different on the property. Yeah, I think you were in the Grand Tower. You were probably in the Grand Tower. That's the one that most people want to stay at. That's actually where most of the rooms are. White Castle Las Vegas all day.
Nice.
You know, I wouldn't even be mad about that sponsorship. I miss White Castle because we don't have one in Colorado.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, we don't have one at all.
You can get them at the grocery store though.
Right. It's not the same though.
I know. That was like our pandemic food.
Right.
Like once a week we'd have White Castle.
Officially sponsored by White Castle now. We're jumping to that.
I'm okay with that.
Mason M. Out of Excalibur, New York, and Luxor, but Casino has the nicest rooms. I'd say before the recent remodels, I definitely would have said New York. We'll have to wait until after New York's remodel, but I suspect it'll still be them because I think. Well, Christina, what do you think?
It seems like Luxor has some nice, like really nice rooms, especially some of them that were remodeled. And I know like the Kino's got a good room.
At Excalibur.
They had like one of the suites. At the Luxor, like what? A year ago, 2 years
ago? I think they got
they
one of the tower rooms. If you got the tower room, it's pretty good.
Yeah, but Excalibur looks like a decent, like kind of mid-level room.
Yeah.
Now that they've been kind of refreshed. In New York, I think after the remodel will be nice.
I mean, I'll tell you, all three of them, pardon my French here, but they kick the piss out of your locals, except for like the highest levels of your locals casinos. They're going to kick the hell out of any of the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say, I don't know. Christina, you've been up to Blackhawk, right?
No.
Seeking Vegas Sunrise hasn't been to Blackhawk, Colorado.
No, because the airport's on the way.
This is true, and it's better.
And I think it's actually quicker to fly to Vegas.
Right.
Not really with like the wait time and everything and all the airport nonsense you have to do.
But for the extra hour, it's like, for the trouble. Because it's like 2, almost 3 hours for you guys to get to Blackhawk, right?
I think so.
Yeah, because it's like an hour and a half from here. So, and it's also an hour and a half flight to Vegas. So, and they already like me in Vegas, as opposed to I'd have to start over again in Blackhawk. So,
yeah. Well, there's Eldorado. Kind of Caesars.
But I'd have to stay at Harrah's, and Harrah's is trash.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Klondike, I actually might see you there. We're gonna go to Granny Fest at least for a day or two, and then shooting for a Halloween trip because this is Halloween, Vegas, Halloween. I can't sing.
We'll be there the day after.
Literally
at the same time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Twice.
The same month too. Yeah, remember when we were the same people because you'd never actually see us in the same room together.
You don't see each other at airports.
Only at airports. Now we just gotta kidnap Roger. We'll just fly over to. We'll take a layover in Florida.
Roger.
Yeah, we'll put him in a box.
I feel like he'd be a loud kidnapping victim though. Like he'd be shrieking and stuff
constantly. And that's before we even show up too. I
would love it. It'd be so fun.
Oh man. Okay, bottom of the hour. Final thoughts on this.
It's a no from me.
It's a hard no over there. You wouldn't do that?
It's gross.
It does look pretty awful. I wish I could find more pictures of it. I wish they had more pictures of it.
Disgusting. Right? And that couch looks very suspect.
Yeah, I mean, no one's even been on that, and I still don't want to sit on it.
It looks like it comes with, like, weird, unexplainable spots.
Right. Yeah. Oh, we got Yoshi slots in here. What's going on, Yoshi? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, looking at that, it's just like there's no place to plug anything in. There's no place to rest. I'm sure the TV's 32 inches.
There's no Wi-Fi.
There's no Wi-Fi. It's just a tower. And I don't know what I'm looking at out this window over here. Do you see that window?
You know what'd be hilarious is if they had like vertical blinds. That's the only thing that would pull this room together.
Vertical blinds? Yeah. So you can close
like that
it.
Would be like
look at it.
A little off. Like one's kind of hanging. They're like twisting up with each other. You have to use like the silver thing.
Yeah, I have no idea what the hell I'm looking at. It looks like I'm looking at some random New Mexico, like, tourist trap.
Is that... Okay, let's think about what's around the MGM. There's the Marriott Grand Chateau.
Oh, okay. That could be it. That's probably the Chateau.
Top Golf.
Yeah. Yeah, hard no on this one. Hard no on this one.
There's also, what's the behind Travelodge?
There's a behind Travelodge?
Yeah, there's like a hotel that looks like it's on the same level as Travelodge, but it's taller. Polo Towers.
Right.
Could be.
I might actually stay at Polo Towers one of these days just to say I've done it.
Why not?
Just to say I've done it. That one and the Artisan, I think. I just want to see if the Artisan actually is a swingers hotel. A pineapple hotel. Can I say swinger? I don't know what I can say. It's not monetized. Nobody cares what I say. All right. Cool.
I really like MGM though. Yeah. Like their pool's awesome. Like the only issue I have is it feels like when you stay there, it's hard to leave.
Oh yeah, because it takes like 40 minutes.
Oh god.
No, you're right. It takes like 40 minutes to get back and forth from your room to the pool. I remember I forgot my wallet once. Took me 20 minutes to get down the elevator, got out to the pool, wanted to order a drink, realized I didn't have my wallet, so I didn't have my ID. So I could go back inside, go back up the stairs.
It was a room charge.
But I didn't have my ID though.
Oh.
And also, I'm like 12, so they wouldn't serve me without verifying it. I don't think I had a full beard at the time too. So, they were a little less sure. And they're like, we probably don't want the popo in here.
Yeah.
Let's see your ID. And you can't room charge without your ID anyway. So either which way, it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah. So, all right. So, the fact that they didn't put in pleasing view. Just how much. It's true though. It's true. I don't think they're that hyped about it. All right. What's our bottom of the hour one? So how are they trying to counterattack this at Eldorado now?
So they are innovating at the club. And I honestly feel like it's a little bit of a copycat of MGM. But they're adding gamer cabanas at Drake.
Yeah. Check this ish out. Our casino, all yours.
All right. Well, although I feel like this is your area of expertise, but
it might be.
Looks like you can both combine your interests of going to the pool and playing games with your friends in a cabana.
Like Uno.
Mm-hmm. Oh, gosh. There goes my computer again.
There it is.
Yeah, what is XSET?
So XSET is their gaming club over there, basically. So it's kind of like a how do I explain XSET? It's an esports club, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's like these teams of esports guys that play together. So what we used to call them back in my day when I played, we used to call them clans and guilds. So it was a clan for like a first-person shooter or whatever. Or you join a guild for like an RPG or something like that. So you'd have your guildies and then you'd have your clan members. I think we started dropping the term clan because I'm not going to say, but certain guys that used to dress a certain way and we didn't want to be associated with that. So it started becoming more guild. It started becoming more guild, more team. So it turned into guilds and teams.
Okay.
And nowadays it's just teams. But basically, like XSET, they're a big esports team. They play... what do they play? Because they play Rainbow Six. I think a couple of them play Super Smash Brothers. They play Valorant, Rocket League, all the stuff. They had like Call of Duty, all the usual nerdy-ish. That's just what they do. So all the games that people play for fun, they do nothing but practice at until their thumbs bleed. And these guys, they got really big. They've got all this merchandise. They've got this whole website. They get all the prize money. They've got this whole Discord community. They're a big thing kind of underground.
Okay.
So they kind of whipped up. So it looks like their brand is what's really inspiring all this at Dre's, which is at the Cromwell, which I think kind of works really well for the Cromwell because they've rebranded. They've become like a 21 and up hotel, and they're really trying to get the young, kind of like the young millennial, older Gen Z crowd in there. How old are Gen Z now? I think like in their early 20s or the mid 20s now.
Something like that.
Gen Z. How old is?
We do need Roger.
We do need Roger for this because this is pretty much this is the only way we were going to get Roger's ass down to the pool.
I know.
Right? Because it's an air conditioned little cabana over there. And so it's down at the pool. It's at the cabana, and it's gonna be a whole big thing. It's crazy.
Yeah. So we have a couple questions in the chat.
We got a couple questions in the chat. Let's address
these. A family of 5 wanted to go back and ask if we didn't like the new MGM rooms, what would you suggest? I think it really depends on your preference. New York is redoing their rooms. They look like they'll be really nice. I personally like my favorites are Center Strip, Vidara, Cosmo. Haven't stayed at Area yet, but I'd like to. And then our new favorite is Wynn and Encore.
Oh. Those are really good. You haven't been to Aria?
Depends on what you're looking for. What was that?
You guys haven't been to Aria yet?
We haven't stayed at Aria. We've spent a lot of time there.
Right. Lost a lot of money there. I know we lost some money there.
And then what would you suggest?
Here what was the question again?
So it was a family of 5.
Family of 5. Okay, there she is. If the new MGM rooms aren't worth it. If we're going to MGM Grand, I guess it depends on if you're bringing kids or not. You guys know my rule, no kids in Vegas, but some people have to because of circumstance, or you know what? They're also adults. They can choose to bring their children or not. It's not my job to tell you how to raise your kids. I'm telling you what I like and don't like about Vegas so you can have a better vacation. That's what I do. That's what we do. We're not here to tell you how to raise your kids. So bring your kids if you want, but don't do it. But if you are bringing kids, I'd probably say, if you don't mind the walking, Signature is probably a better one. See if they'll put you at Signature instead. You get a bigger room. It's more the size of like an apartment because they're all basically suites there. So you can have like a bedroom for mom and dad. And then you just fold out the couch for the kids or whatever. You still get the MGM Grand pool, and they also have a private pool. Towers 2 and 3 you can use for Signature at MGM Grand. You can't use Tower 1. That one's adults only. So that's an option there if you want to stay at MGM Grand and don't. And it's usually a bit cheaper too than the regular Grand rooms, honestly. Mm-hmm. So that's an idea. But again, it depends on if you're bringing kids or not. I'm assuming you're bringing kids.
Yeah. And then An Awesome Adventure had a good question.
Oh, she said just her husband and I. Oh
okay.
Yeah, if you don't want to stay at Grand, we'll get one of the nicer rooms in New York, a little bit for about the same price, I'd say, if you're insisting on staying with MGM. Otherwise, Planet Hollywood's pretty badass, I'd say. They have some pretty good rooms. You can get that for a pretty similar price to what you're getting at MGM Grand. Just the pool's a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
I might even stay at Signature anyway because I don't mind the extra walk, and it's closer to the pool.
Yeah. So Awesome Adventure asked, why not have gaming suites or rooms? Also, wasn't there a gaming lounge at Luxor? I know there's a gaming lounge at MGM.
And there's one at Luxor too, actually. It's called the Hyper Esports Arena. It's the same sort of stuff that they're doing at Cromwell here. Mm-hmm. So it's Call of Duty, it's Super Smash Brothers, it's Apex Legends, PUBG, Fortnite. So there are probably a couple other things. All the stuff that Roger and I are terrible at when we're on Anxious Gamer. Link in the description, maybe.
Yeah, and the link has like kind of gaming lounges, right?
Yeah, they've got that kind of mixed into the casino too, which is really cool about it.
Like with the sports book?
Yeah.
Like
it's next to the sports book. Yeah, it's that whole little area there, and you can bring in your own Xbox or your own Switch or whatever, plug it in, and then just kind of go from there. So yeah, I think gaming's kind of taken a bigger hold. And on the Promenade, they have a Razer store too, where you can get really priced, completely useless mice and keyboards there, but they're really great because they light up, and that makes you better at gaming. Maybe.
Right. See, I would want some sort of gaming situation where they had like Super Nintendo, classic Nintendo.
You sound like Wonder Woman.
PlayStation.
Right.
All the old games, Atari.
All right. So that's what they had down at MGM Grand because they have the arcade and they have the giant Pac-Man actually there. Oh. Wonder Woman and I did that on our anniversary. I can't remember where we were going. We were late for something. And she's like, wait, baby, Pac-Man, let's go. Get quarters. And I'm like, we're going to a thing. She's like, shut up. Get quarters. And I'm like, okay. Yes, dear. And then
I would want to play like all the classic games because that's like as advanced as I get.
Yeah, I mean, I miss some old school stuff, old school Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. I'm aging myself with this one, Super Mario World. Love the
Mario
Super
Kart.
Mario World. Yeah, Mario Kart. as much as I hate to say it, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Yeah, Sonic and Tails, love that.
Donkey Kong Country.
That goes hard. Don't play.
Tetris.
Super Metroid. LOZ.
Aladdin.
You know, I never played Aladdin, actually. I didn't play that one.
Oh, we played Aladdin all the time.
It was on Genesis. We were a Nintendo family, so I didn't get it.
Oh, we had it on Super Nintendo.
Oh, no, we didn't get that one either. We got Lion King, and that was really difficult for no damn reason. That one and Toy Story, got that one.
Huh.
Toy Story went hard. It had no reason to go that hard, but it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I froze for a second.
Yeah, Crash is good too. No, you're good. You're good. We can see you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Punch Out. Yes. Lil Mac. So yeah, I guess the whole thing is just part of. I guess I can bring up the article over here so we can add that to the stream. It's down in the description box down below. It's a slightly different version, but yeah, they launched him on the 29th just so they can bring more people in. And you've got your Xboxes out there. You got your PlayStation 4s, your PlayStation 5s now, and they brought the whole team in there, and they brought in a couple random. Actually, no, she plays. Yeah, she's actually on the team. She's a random model. They don't have very many women on the team, which isn't terribly uncommon in esports. Unfortunately, it's still a very male-dominated sort of area there.
Mm-hmm.
But you know.
Well, kind of off-topic question. So I keep hearing on the radio that Fortnite is going to start having concerts. Really not sure what Fortnite is. Is it like a virtual world? No,
it's a first-person shooter.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
it's going to have a concert in a video game.
Well, it's still like a 3D space. Okay, so it's weird. So my nephew plays. I've never been able to get into it. I hate battle royale games, and what it is it's like you're running around, you're building like these structures out of random ass material. You got to hunt around for the materials and the weapons, and it's a whole thing. Sometimes you can be Goku from Dragon Ball Z. I don't know what it is. But it's a whole thing, and you can run around and you shoot each other. You build forts, so you're building cover. You're trying to get above people so you can snipe them and all that. So it's kind of like an RPG, but also kind of not an RPG, and it's a first-person shooter, and it's awful. It's just awful. I hate it.
Oh, really? Okay.
I do hate it.
Because I was thinking to myself, if there could be an area with concerts inside a video game,
you can. It's actually, you can program it in there. You can program it in there. Because they do that for Animal Crossing, which is like a town simulator. Like you run around, you build your own house, and you have neighbors, and they go back and forth between people and all that. And they have little concerts and events in there. It's a special event, so they pre-program in stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, Kristen knows what it is, Pitfall. Yeah, there it is. Dr. Strange got it. Fortnite is Minecraft with guns. That's exactly it. That's about Roblox. If your kid's Roblox, that's what it is. It's advanced Roblox, I guess, or less advanced.
And I was having this conversation with Anthony yesterday, and he was able to clear up for me Minecraft is not, in fact, Minesweeper.
It is not. It's a different
mind-blowing.
It's like Legos. Minecraft is like Legos on
I'm so behind in my games.
It's been a couple of years, right?
I tried to play something on our PS4 once, and it was called Heavy Rain or something.
Oh,
and,
my
child
really
got
nice
kidnapped immediately, and I couldn't go anywhere because after games went different directions, I got lost.
You mean like 3D?
Yeah.
When was the last
I could
game
do 2D all day because I just had to go forward.
What was the last game you played all the way through? I'm genuinely curious about this.
I don't know if I've ever finished a game.
But what's the last one you were kind of hardcore in? What was the last one you were actually in?
Some games on my calculator.
Christina out here in calculus playing Snake.
TI-83.
Yep. Digging your own grave there, sis.
I know. I played Mafia Wars on Facebook for a while.
It's not a video game.
I know. No, I would say honestly, I was lost after Super Nintendo.
Okay, all right. So you stopped around N64.
Mario Kart, I just kept spinning around.
All right.
And I was like, what? Yeah, it's
Mario 64 was the hard stop, basically.
Yes.
Donkey Kong Country 3.
N64 was beyond my skill set.
All right, yeah, that's when I really kind of came into my own. I was, Paper Mario, knocking that out left and right too. Smash Bros.
Yeah.
I've been a Pikachu main since 1999. That's how old I am now, I guess. That's the thing.
I play slot machines to the finish.
That is a video game.
Play to 0.
That is right. There you go. Like that one time Aria kicked her ass back in. When did we go? February? March?
That was March. Yeah.
We tried to have a slot race. You know who won? The Aria Hotel and Casino.
That's right.
Aria won like $40 from the two of us. Very easily. Banshee Boardwalk. Oh, Mario. So Super Mario Kart confirmed. I know exactly what Kino's talking about. Yeah. That irritates me. My daughter can beat me at Mario Kart now. She can't beat me in Smash Bros, but she can beat me in Mario Kart. It makes me irritated. Anyway,
filling out boobs on his calculator.
Was it? Yep. Can confirm. That's the best one.
Melville really plays that game too.
There you go, Big Island. Oh, Melville plays
Zelda was amazing.
Yeah, it still is amazing. That's probably the one game I think is what stood the test of time.
I don't think I've ever beat a game.
I think what's the last game I beat all the way through? I'm trying to think of something like serious that I've beaten all the way through.
Buffalo.
I've never beaten Buffalo all the way through. It might have been the last Pokemon game that came out, honestly, that Legends Arceus one. I think that's the last one we played all the way through. And again, I had my kids' help on that. So, right?
I find that hard to believe.
I think Melba types out moves just to do it. Right. Welcome back, Sin. So we're talking about video games at the pool over. So what do you think of this idea? Actually having the gaming at the cabanas, at the pool, and all that. Okay. So I think I kind of get the concept here. Majority of people that are probably buying cabanas, I'd assume, are men. Right? Is that the thing? Is it the same concept as bottle service?
Before.
What's that?
I've gotten a cabana before.
You've gotten a cabana before. Not at a club. But it's probably the same concept as bottle service, right? You're assuming it's young men buying these things that want to impress. And this is a totally heteronormative thing, by the way. So apparently we're not factoring in all the other proclivities and gender identities and all that. I'm assuming they're targeting young straight men with this, right? Like early to mid 20s, maybe late 20s, but they're shooting for men in their 20s for this. 100% certain.
Yeah.
That play video games, that want to do this, I guess, at a pool where it's 115 degrees out for some reason, and also look at women in bikinis, maybe? I don't know.
It seems to all fit together. I think as long as it's air conditioned, it's a good idea. But some cabanas just have a fan, and that does not cut it when it's
especially. And if you have the fan, because the fans usually do the mist, and that's not going to work because have TVs out here, and that's going to kill the Xbox. That's going to kill. I know it's not going to be a PC because they're not going to put PCs out there. Let's be real. It looked like they were trying to do a split screen thing. Maybe, and I'm not sure if people are doing split screen. You're not going to be playing online. I have no idea what the hell the plan is here. The environment does not seem conducive of any even mildly serious gaming.
Yeah.
It
sounds like it's set up to be like an episode of Entourage.
Yeah, something like that, right? I don't know how they got the money for this. I think Caesars was like, hey, you know what? We need to capture the next generation over here. What are the kids like? They like the video games, don't they? Kids like video games.
They won't overheat.
Right? Oh, yeah, I know exactly. Because these new things, they're using AMD graphics cards here. And I'm not sure if you guys know anything about computing or anything, but the graphics card, it is definitely a piece of your computer that tends to heat up the most. If you're working on your PC and it's not it's on a laptop, that's probably going to be the part that gets the hottest because it's doing the most work, especially when you're gaming, because it's rendering all the graphics. It's a separate processor because you have your processor in your computer. That's like the brain of the computer. And this is like a second brain. It's kind of like those, what is it, the lizards or the dinosaurs or whatever that had the second brain in their hips. That was Godzilla.
Nice.
That's a Godzilla movie. That's what I did. Okay, y'all know what I'm about. This is not a surprise to you guys.
Melba's so happy right now.
She wants an old school calculator. Doesn't need to be TI. I'm gonna get her one. I'm gonna get her a calculator for sure. I'm gonna send that to you, Melba. I think Wonder Woman has her address.
Melba, I feel like seeing boobs spelled out on a calculator is not the same as real boobs.
I mean, she owns them, so I don't know. All right, I'd say let her be happy. Let her be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Since thinking the same thing as us, like the video game consoles would overheat. Like, does nobody remember the red ring of death from the 360 back in the day? Does anyone remember like the flashing yellow light that you got on the PS3? Also, the same thing. The heat sinks would melt, and they would melt the graphics card off the motherboard. That's why it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
And it's a desert. It's a dry heat, and moisture, it just isn't good for electronics in general.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like they're building, the Xbox Series X to be waterproof. The PS5 is not waterproof. It's barely airproof. And then, they're not going to be going around like air dusting these things out. They don't have bottles of canned air that they're doing with do they? I don't know. They'd have to hire somebody for this. They'd have to hire someone specifically for the maintenance on these things.
They'd have to build like a special cabinet that's air conditioned inside.
Oh yeah, and they got to have like liquid cooling built around these things. They'd have to. She's so on him.
Well, now she's disappointed. No, I'm happy that you're happy.
No, she's got the balloons.
That's all that matters.
Well, there you go, Mel. But you still have the balloons. It's fine. Oh, TIE Fighter. So you got to play Squadron. It's an awesome adventure. That's the new TIE Fighter that they came out with.
I didn't know it was TIE. I thought it was like Thai food.
No. It's like Twin Ion Engine is what it is. Twin Ion Engine. That's what it's an acronym.
That's a lot to learn.
Right. Well, yes, and Red Ring of Death. When you spend like $600 on a game console and it melts after you play one round of Halo. Oh, Halo. There's another one that they did. Although no one's playing Halo in film.
Anthony plays Red Dead.
Red Dead Redemption. There you go. That's another one. Yeah.
He hasn't played for a while.
Pat, I will get you the.
He just plays Fillmore.
But I have a copy.
I need so many dictionaries, Melba. Like, it's we need Roger here too because Roger knows all the things.
He does know all the things. He would have told you Twin Ion Engine. I've got the Shadow. I've got the Shogun Stormtrooper over here too still. So
I know Vegas things.
I know Vegas. Oh yeah, that's the important thing. That's what we're here for. I just know Star Wars in Vegas. I can be in Vegas and in Star Wars at the same time. In fact, I know where Vegas is in Star Wars.
Oh, I have to tell you.
Oh yeah.
This unrelated note. There was a podcast or a YouTube podcast yesterday. I think it was on the NYNY channel where he gives you he's a channel that's all about tips about YouTube.
Yeah.
You are in the top 10% of channels.
I'm sorry, I'm what?
So only the top 10% of channels on all of YouTube have over 10,000 subscribers. So congratulations.
Oh, well, that's great. Thanks to you guys, honestly. Elite. That feels good. Good. I've never been top 10% of anything.
Yeah, you are now. Very few people reach that. So that's pretty cool.
I feel pretty
That's a fun fact we learned yesterday.
All right. No, I'm just happy to be part of this team over here.
Yeah.
Representing with Seeking Vegas Sunrise.
Right. And Anxious Gamer and Two Fab Dudes.
Damn right. That actually is really good. Made me feel really good.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about too. Like he's the brother with the short hair too. Like he keeps it buzzed with the big horn rimmed glasses. Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually two guys. They're twins, twin brothers. Oh. They each have their own channel. And one of them on the weekend, they actually both do shows just about, I think their channels are both about tips for YouTube, how to grow your channel. And, there's one that reviews channels on the weekends, on Saturday mornings. I don't remember what Niman's brother's channel is. It's not called Niman's brother.
Right. Melba, Wonder Woman has a bias. She'll tell you top 10 anything. I'm apparently her favorite husband. I can say that. I can say I'm her favorite husband. So that's a win. I'm going to take that win too.
Yeah.
I know, Christine, what do you think of this whole thing here as a married woman in her early 30s? What do you think of this?
About the gaming club?
Yeah.
Or cabanas? I would do it if they could bring in some game systems that I can play.
All right.
Like, I would
you want
play
your Sega
Super
Genesis
Nintendo
hooked up?
or classic Nintendo all day long in there.
Right. She's like, bringing that Atari Jaguar. Let's go.
Yes, Atari. I know Anthony likes original PlayStation for the MLB game.
The PS1, right?
Yeah.
Y'all would fuck us up in some ColecoVision.
I think we have a PS4.
Right. You think it's a Blu-ray player that has a controller.
I would do like a throwbacks gaming cabana.
I wonder if it says anything about that. They're talking about Latin trap artists.
How fun would that be to like get drunk and play Super Nintendo?
Do you guys just want to do that because
Yes.
Is Nintendo looking at me? I may or may not have an emulator I can hook up. I don't know.
We should do that.
Actually, I think I do have controllers. They're USB Super Nintendo controllers.
It'll be fun.
We'll work it out for a podcast. We'll have to do that live from one of us has to get a suite. Whichever one of the three of us gets the best suite, you'll host, and then I'll set up the console. So I can build this one. I'll build up a console with all of the old school games in it.
Okay.
I'll make like a Raspberry Pi or whatever, and then I'll bring USB controllers, and we'll just do it up like that.
Okay. I'll handle drinks and snacks.
Bet. We'll have Roger host the whole thing.
Yes.
Roger gets the
entertainment.
All right, so Roger gets the room, and Christina's going to get the drinks and snacks. I'll handle the technicals. We'll rock it out.
That'd be so fun.
Right, we just need a list. There. Oh no, but well, I think that's why I got hired as the husband, because I have the best TV programming. But you know, I don't ask any questions I don't want an answer to. I don't ask any questions.
Oh, Melba, I was thinking about getting that. Like, that's like the one that's like got all the games built in.
Oh yeah, there you go. On the wireless controllers,
smart.
Yes. Yeah, I got to get the wireless ones.
Smart.
Nah, I got to get the old school wired ones. So then, you know, you always gotta have them on hand, and then, you know, some like, hey, my controller got unplugged, it's not working. Because with the wireless ones, people are always like, oh, it's the batteries are dead or whatever. You're cheating, man. I don't want any of that wired.
That would be fun though.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, so you're thinking it's kind of a neat thing, maybe
air conditioning and throwback games.
Right, got to have the old school. Well, you know, here's the thing. A lot of them have these arcades on there where you can download the old games. Like, I know on the Nintendo Switch, you can get the old school, like, Super Nintendo games. Because they started doing that on the Wii. And they started doing it on, like, the PS3 and PS4 and all that, too. Where you could download, like, the old PS1 games. You can download the old Super Nintendo games. I think Nintendo got licensing so you could get the Sega Genesis games, too. A few of the Atari games, not very many though, so you always gotta wait for a collection for a lot of that stuff. But the problem is you had to play with like the modern controller. And I'm not sure if you've ever tried to play Legend of Zelda, like Link's Awakening on a Wii remote. It doesn't work quite the same. So you had to like flip the remote on the side, and it still wasn't quite the same. It was still weird because it's different proportions, and it didn't fit in your hand as well. I don't know.
Yeah, and the new controllers confuse me. I'm like, there's too many things.
It's the same amount of buttons. It's literally the same amount of buttons. No, it's the same amount of buttons. I will get one for you right now. Don't move. You host the podcast. I will get one right now.
I don't know. I feel like when we went from the rectangular classic NES to Super Nintendo, like those were the same amount of buttons, and then like the kind with the things on the sides that has more buttons and toggle thingies, and it's very confusing.
So dark.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, the Wii controller, like, I don't even know what's happening on there. I'm not even, like, all of our remotes, like, just baffle me. So the controllers are just beyond.
It's really the same amount of stuff, Christina. It really is. Okay.
Yeah, but like Super Nintendo didn't have toggles and like.
It did. Here's your toggles on the Super Nintendo. Oh, look at those shoulder buttons. They're right there. Okay. So.
See, that's simple.
It's the same thing. It's just got analog sticks. That's it. That's the only difference. It's yeah. See, A buttons and the A button and X button are even in the same place. So you got A, you got X, you got Y, and you got B right down here. Same stuff. All right. Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah, so it's about the same.
It looks more complicated, though.
It looks a little, it's just physically mildly larger. It's just got like better places for you to rest your palms.
All right.
But it is the same. It's totally the same.
That's true, Melba. I just guess.
There you go. New York, bring joysticks. Call it good. 100%.
Right? That's simple.
Shh. Stop talking, Dev. Shh. Okay, he's right. So there's the triggers on the bottom, and then there are bumpers up top.
See, there's extra.
So okay, that's
and there's no toggle things.
Yeah, you still switch back. You just switch back and forth. Do you see?
There's none of these things.
But you don't need this though anymore because you have this.
I like that because I could be sure of the direction I'm going.
Right. But when you're trying to do combos, when you're trying to do Hadoken, then it's just boom, Hadoken. You just go boom instead of did I get this at the same time at the right time and then press the B? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It might just be me.
I'm gonna have to learn all kinds of new things.
It's okay. We'll bring all the controllers. You can take your pick. It'll be fun. All right. Top of the hour. Any final thoughts?
I don't know. I don't want to stay in that MGM room. Looks depressing.
100% gross. Would not stay.
I would do the cabana if they get some less advanced gaming systems.
How much would you pay to stay in a cabana like that? I don't know how much these are going to be yet.
I don't know.
Let me just look that up real fast.
Yeah, is it going to be the same as a regular cabana, or is it going to be more? Probably going to be more.
Let me see. I'm looking at. I'm assuming so too.
And is the price include a food and beverage credit, or it's just a flat fee?
All right, let me see. X set cabana prices. Oh my God.
Are they a lot?
Oh, it says Grand Beach Club. Hang on. I have no idea how much these are supposed to be. Oh wait, gaming cabanas. Does it have the price? It doesn't say what the price is in any of these.
I'm guessing,
but they average $1,500.
Oh wow!
I don't pay for that.
Yeah, I would not pay that much. I feel like if you had a big group and then you broke it down by person, maybe it wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of if-thens that I'd have to meet to make it work.
Yeah, so you'd be spending $4,000. Yeah, that would not be worth it.
No.
That would not be worth it.
What? How'd it go from $1,500 to $4,000?
Because you also have a food and beverage minimum. So it's $3,000 food and beverage minimum. Then you get a gratuity of 43%.
Oh, 43%?
43% tax and gratuity.
Yeah, that's a no.
Yeah. So, because what it is it's the 8% sales tax, the 3% service fee, and then an auto gratuity of 20%, and then a 10% live entertainment tax.
Melba has a good question.
Why are we looking at prenatal vitamins? It's the foundation for a happy family there, Melba. We need these. It's for immune support.
Are those good for hangovers?
Course. Right? They are great for hangovers, 100%. Ace of Vegas is not a medical channel. Do not subscribe to Ace of Vegas for medical advice, please. That was a joke for anyone watching. But it's $4,300. Yeah, that's gonna be $4,300. This is
that's a no then.
It's ridiculous. Good. Yeah, hard no.
I hate when cabanas are like I feel like Cosmo, at least when you pay for like a day bed or something, it's a food and beverage credit.
Right, and MGM Grand was like that too, and I'm trying to think of a third place that's also like that.
But like Vidara, it was like you have to pay for this hot room that's stuffy that has a like weak fan,
right?
And then you're in the Vidara sun like death ray, and then also you have to pay for your drinks and food separately.
Right, paying for the space.
But here's some old fruit.
Right.
Soda.
And lukewarm water, maybe. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I like the way Cosmo does it.
Yeah. Hopefully they keep that when they.
And then he got mad because we were so far from our food and beverage credit at Cosmo for the daybed ones that I was like, "Give me the rest of the credit in bottled water," and he was like, "Come on," and I was like, "I have to get my money's worth."
Gotta do it. You gotta finish it off.
Right. Because it was too hot to eat anything.
I guess if you're dehydrated,
hot at the pool, so we didn't make it very long. So we did not make our minimum.
Right.
We ordered like 2 frozen drinks, and we had to get our lunch to go because we were dying.
Yeah, no, I feel it.
And I just got a bunch of waters.
That's the way to do it. That's the only way to survive it. All the water there. Nice. All right, Spinners and Sharks. So if you guys bet the over, then you won. Yeah, we usually hit the over, even when Roger's not here. We usually hit the over, or even when you're not here, we also usually hit the over. How do you guys do when I'm not here? How do you and Roger do when I'm not here?
I don't think we've ever hosted without you.
That's weird. You should totally host a podcast without me. I just want to see how that would go.
But how would we do that on your channel?
I don't know. I don't have a plan for this. I'm looking at a $4,300 video game per cabana.
It's true.
So, all right. But yeah, I guess we can go ahead and start signing off, those Spinners and Sharks. Thanks for coming through, of course. And Christina, after you, my friend.
Well, in honor of Roger, stay fab. And for us, see you at sunrise.
All right. And on that bombshell, it's Ace of Vegas signing out, wishing you strong hands, happy spinning, and just bring your video games to your nice suite. Good night, everybody.